Welcome back to Nissan Stadium, just across the river from downtown Nashville. It's Titan football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. Henry again on second down. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Mayfield, that's taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Throwing, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he comes back with one complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stroud rolling to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try to keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Another carry for Pierce. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41, and it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Mayfield on play action. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Gets through and now an opening. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Henry To'o. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
It's complete, Burks. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's a Titans touchdown. Traylon Burks, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Gets around him, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Stroud on 3rd down now. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be